Okay guys, today we are going to go through our steps of our strategy to solve our order of operation problems, our GEMs. Okay, and I'm going to go through this and show you how to apply the steps that we've learned, that we've memorized, so that we can solve our order of operations problems. Okay, so you see I've got this problem here on the board, okay, and we've got multiple operations that we've got to solve in order to get the answer. Now, when I'm looking at this problem, the first thing I think is, oh man, that's a lot of stuff that I got to do. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so then I'm going to stop and I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to say, I've learned a strategy. I've learned my GEMs, okay, that we've got right here, my GEMs, to help me solve these order of operation problems, because I remember that I can't just solve them in order. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do when I see a problem like this is I'm going to write GEMs on my paper. Top. GEMS. Okay, and that's going to remind me of what steps that I've got to take. So I write GEMs on my paper, on the board here. I go, okay, great. I know the strategy I'm going to use. Now I start with G. What does G mean? So I think to myself, G is for grouping symbols. Okay, what are grouping symbols? That means that I've got stuff that's put together. Okay, and we use parentheses or brackets or those kind of things to put something together. Okay, so that's where I got to start. I got to look at my problem and ask myself, do I have any groups, any grouping symbols? I look through it. I've got 5 squared minus 3 times 2 plus parentheses 6 divided by 3. I see groups. Okay, so in my head, so that I know what to do first, I'm going to underline my first step. So I'm going to underline my parentheses with 6 divided by 3 in it. Okay, great. I know where to start. Okay, now I got to solve 6 divided by 3. All right, so what I'm going to do first, before I solve this, I'm going to bring everything that I don't use right now down so I can go to the next step. So I'm going to bring down 5 squared minus 3 times 2 plus, and I'm going to leave a blank space, okay? So now I got to solve 6 divided by 3. So I think to myself, oh, division. I hate division. I don't know how to do division. I'm not very good at it, okay? Well, I know 6 divided by 3, I can make 6 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divided by 3 means I'm splitting it up into 3 different groups. So I've got to figure out how many's in each group. So if I put 3 in that group, put 3 in that group, I've made 2 groups. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. So in this blank spot right here, I'm going to bring down 2. Okay? So now I've got my new equation. All right? So I'm going to go back to my G. G was for groups. Do I have any groups left? Let's check it. Nope. There's no more groups left. Okay, so yes, I finished the first step. So I'm going to cross my G out for my GEMs. I'm done with G. All right, so now I go to my next one, E. I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting some progress here. E stands for exponents. What's an exponent? I don't remember exponents. Oh yeah, that's when we got a big number and a little number. Do I have any of those? Oh, right here. I got 5 with a little 2 above it. Okay, 5 squared. So I think to myself, what does that tell me to do? I know it has something to do with multiplication. So I do 5 times 2. No, wait, we learned this. I'm going to write 2 5s. So 5 times 5 equals multiplication. I hate multiplication. Oh, but I know how to count my 5s. So I can count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5 times 5 is 25. Okay? So I can write 25 here. Then I bring down everything else. 25 minus 3 times 2 plus 2. Okay? All right. E, exponents. Do I have any more exponents? Gotta search. Nope, no exponents. All right. Great. I've got 2 steps. I'm halfway done. I got my G and my E done. All right. What's my next step? M. Okay, remember M stands for multiply and divide, because multiply and divide are on the same level when it comes to the order of operations. But what do I do if I have both? But I don't have both, so it doesn't matter. I'm good. But if I did have both, I would do them just in order that they show up, from left to right. So I'm going to look. Do I have any multiplication or division? 25 minus 3 times 2. Oh, I do. 3 times 2. Got it right there. Okay? So I'm going to bring down what I haven't used. I haven't used 25. I haven't used my subtraction symbol. I'm going to leave a blank space there. So I'm going to solve this, and I'm going to bring down my plus 2, because I haven't used that yet. All right? Now 3 times 2, I'm not still great at multiplication, but I can count my 2's 3 times. 2, 4, 6. Got it. All right, 25. We'll put a 6 in there. Okay. Now I'll go back to my new equation and check, because I'm on M and D, multiply, divide. Do I have any more of that? Okay, let me check. 25 minus 6 plus 2. Okay? I don't have any more multiplication division. So I'm going to come up here and cross this out. I'm going, yes, 1 step left. I've got this. I'm going to finish this. It's great. All right, S stands for subtract and add. Okay, so I'm going to go look. 25 minus 6 plus 2. I've got both. I forgot what to do. Nope, left to right. They're on the same level. I go left to right. I've got this. I can do it. I know I can do it. Okay, so I'm going to underline 25 minus 6, because that's the first thing that shows up in subtraction and addition. And I'm going to do plus 2, because I haven't used that yet. Then 25 minus 6, I know that's 19. I've got 19 plus 2. 1 step left. I'm almost there. I've got this. I've got this. Okay. 19 plus 2 is 21. Okay. So now I breathe a big sigh of relief, because I just did it. I know it's hard. I know I had to follow some steps. But by writing my gems up here at the top of my paper, I'm going to go ahead and cross my S out, because I'm done now. I was able to use my strategy to solve this big scary problem up here at the top. Okay. Now you're thinking to yourself maybe, why does it matter? Why do I need to follow these steps? And that's a good question. Okay. Why do you need to follow these steps? I mean, if you just do the same math, you should just get the same answer, right? It shouldn't matter what order you go in, just do them from left to right, plug it in the calculator. Well, I'm going to show you why this strategy is important and why you need to follow these steps in order to get the right answer. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just write 21 over here, so we remember that was the answer the first time, the way we saw it with our order of operations. Okay. And I'm going to erase all my work. And we're going to just go through this in order without using our gems, okay? And see if we should get the same answer of 21 that we did. Okay, so I'm going to start here with my exponent, because that's the first thing that shows up. Go ahead and write everything else down. Minus 3 times 2 plus, parentheses, 6 divided by 3. Okay, so 5 squared. We did that down here, 5 times 5. Counted by 5s, we've got 25, okay? Because we're not using our calculator, we're trying to solve this without. So I've got 25 minus 3 times 2 plus, parentheses, 6 divided by 3. All right, so now I'm going to do 25 minus 3. That shows up next in order. Times 2 plus, parentheses, 6 divided by 3. All right, 25 minus 3. I know that 5 minus 3 is 2. I still got my 2 there. Okay, so I've got 22 times 2 plus, parentheses, 6 divided by 3. All right, so next I'm going to do 2 times 2. I'm not very good at multiplication, and that's a big number, so I think to myself, but I can do 2 times 2 twice. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, so I've got 44. Whew, that wasn't too bad. So I've got 44 plus, parentheses, 6 divided by 3. Okay, so I've got 44 plus, parentheses, 6 divided by 3. So I do have to kind of go a little out of order, because I can't add to that until I solve it. We know we did earlier 6 divided by 3 was 2. So I'll bring down my 44 plus 2, and that's going to equal 46. So you can see why this strategy is important, and this can show you why using your gems, following the strategy that we're learning, that we're going to start practicing on now, is so important. Because if we don't follow these steps in the order that they're intended, we're not going to get the same answer, okay? So we can't just work this straight through. We can't just plug it into a calculator, or we're not going to get the right answer, okay? So that's why my first step, I've got gems. We memorize gems, right? Okay, we've got our mnemonic device to tell us what each step stands for. We've got our little diamonds up here, okay, to remind us of what gems is. So if we can just remember gems, and then we can write, I know I've got more than one operation. I'm going to write gems on my paper, okay? So just write it on your paper. You've got it there. G is for groups, E is for exponents, M is for multiplication, divide, S is for subtract and add, okay? And that's going to help us to remember the steps we've got to follow to solve these order of operation problems.